Welcome to another edition of Swim Easy Speed. My name is Tim Floyd. I'm a longtime swim and triathlon coach. And today we're going to look at another marathon swimmer, actually local legend TJ Fry. I've known TJ actually for, I guess, about over 30 years now. His high school and my high school used to compete against each other in swimming in the state of Texas. And we actually tied for first place at state one year. TJ was gracious enough to agree to come in, get filmed because he was doing Cruce too, and he's from the Woodlands area. So here we go. We'll take a look at TJ's stroke. So unfortunately, Cruce got canceled probably about 30, 40 minutes into the swim. And I know TJ was, I think he told me he was in the top 10 when they got pulled from the water. So I'll just let the video play and we'll just take a look. Okay, so let's back it up and we'll take a look from the beginning again. Just start talking about it. Okay, so the first thing you see is, look, he's, got really good body position in the water. The stroke is really fluid. He moves very well. The thing about the endless pool, and this does it with a lot of people, and you've got to be aware of it at first, with the water kind of basically flowing also over, it's going to press down kind of that lower portion of your body. So if you're not aware of it and the core is not really engaged and connected there, it's going to push down your back end a little bit. But, even with all that, he's still got a really fluid stroke. And then you can see, he's grabbing the water. I think we had to slow it down a little bit because the speed that would have been better for him was you got too many bubbles. That's one of the only issues with the endless pool is that when you're filming underwater stuff, if you have to push up the current too much, then it tends to get pretty turbid. So you can see right here, his hips are almost, I don't think there's much of a gap between the top of his butt and the water line. You can see right there, he's got that elbows in a good spot. Hand is on the water, getting ready to really pull a lot of water back. And then we'll go to the overhead. And then here you can see, the only thing that he could probably work on here would be like, the feet coming apart a little bit. Some of that, and we talked about this, and he was aware of it, is just this little bit right there, how that comes in. So if you look, he's not crossing over. It's just right kind of on that line. So again, what'll happen is you can see, little bit of the momentum's going that way. Most of it's going that way. And so then that typically will come right here. So you'll see kind of that gap between the feet, which then this all becomes drag, that if he was just kind of more linear like this, we'll get him right there. Just really linear. So right like that, then he's less drag. This is all just kind of really, very kind of hydrodynamic. But again, you can see kind of like, here's the really important stuff that make a big difference is how connected, and you can see kind of the hips and the shoulders are really just moving together and coordinated. Like the timing is really good. And then again, you can see He's coming in just a little bit right there on that right. So there's just like that. But here's the other thing that he's doing well. So, we've talked about kind of that 30 to 30 to 40 degrees off the angle of the water is what you want the recovery to be. Well, there he is, 39 degrees. Let's see what the left side is. So there it is again. A little bit higher on that side, but still pretty good. And then underwater, you'll get to see kind of why he swims well. He's coming in. Both sides look fairly similar. You're not seeing actually, here's all the frontal drag. It's basically his head, shoulder, part of the chest. But, you're not seeing any of the feet back here. And then obviously his arms are part of it. But right there, he pulls in, comes right in on that midline. So right here, fingertips pointed down towards the bottom. He's got this great angle right here with the hand and the wrist, the elbow, the shoulder, to really get the most amount of leverage on the water that he can. And let's see, same thing on the other side. And look, that's more than anything else. We talk about all the stuff going above the water, but it's, at the end of the day, the above the water portion of the stroke can look like just about anything. As long as you're getting what was going on with his stroke underneath the water, as long as it looks like that most of the time, you're going to be doing pretty well. So, as always, thank you for tuning in, and I hope to do a couple more of these. We've got, I think, at least 2 more that I'll be able to post. But like, share, comment, and subscribe down below. You can follow us on Instagram at SwimEasySpeed, and we'll see you. We'll see you at the next analysis. Thanks again for tuning in.